Hi, I'm Florence, and I just wanted to share with you some of the issues that really come up for my clients very regularly. And it's around this notion that, the personal development world is really misled and misguided in that it tells us that, we're broken and we need fixing. The future is better and we need to fix ourselves in order to be successful. And quite frankly, it's quite a misleading notion, and it's quite damaging. It keeps us in this cycle of always having to fix ourselves. It keeps you in an identity of that you're broken and you need fixing. So what I really like to teach my clients is around, you don't need to fix yourself. You're actually a quantum being, a quantum individual. You are already whole. Now, do you think the seed thinks that it can't be the tree? No, the seed is already the tree. It just requires action, nurturing, and until it germinates and then becomes the creation. It's the same for you in your life. You are already whole. You're already the seed. You are already that confident, loving person inside that has, financial abundance just around the corner. It just takes action and germination until you get, the fruits of life. And there's this, the key really around the identity is that you've got to be it before you see it. You actually have to believe that it will happen without seeing any proof. And this is a really hard thing to do. So in my group, we actually help you to find the identity of the thing that you want to create and what you want to, desire to be. And the key here is to actually direct your intended focus on what you do want to create as opposed to what you don't want to create. And this is a fundamental flaw in manifestation, is that sometimes when we make a true choice, it's actually just the means to the ends. It's not actually the true choice itself. And so what we want to do in the first step in becoming a conscious creator is making a true choice. And the true choice is something that you choose because you just love it. You would love to have it. And in making this true choice, you want to feel into the identity that it creates. Okay, so when you are actually in your desired result, what does that feel like? What does it feel like to live and breathe? What are your beliefs? Trying to, decipher what this identity is when you actually have it is the first key element in becoming a superconscious creator. So the first thing is to decide, choose your end result. What is it that you love? What would you love to create? Now, step number 2 in this 5-step process, step number 2 is really something that gets missed a lot in the manifestation world. And that's actually creating a tension structure. So tension seeks resolution in this universe. It's like a bow and arrow. You pull the arrow back and it wants to resolve. It wants to move forward. So how do we do this? We are a structure, and so we can create tension within our own structure. Our bodies are structures, and it's held together by tension. So when we want to manifest something, when we truly really want to create something in our life, what we want to do to set up this tension structure is ask yourself, well, where are you now in comparison to your true end result? And this sets up the tension. So your brain says, you are here, you want to be here, there's tension, and it seeks to resolve Energy moves through the path of least resistance. It's like putting a big boulder in a river, and the water is just going to flow around it. It's going to seek the path of least resistance, the least amount of energy exerted. So this is step number 2, and it is one of the most crucial steps that you are going to go through in your manifestation journey, creating this structural tension. So simply asking yourself, where are you now? Where are you now in the journey? And there's no judgment on this. It's simply setting up this tension and observation of where you are in this entire journey. And when you look at where you are now, you're simply just an earlier version of where you want to be. Because one day you will be living your desired result, and you'll look back and you'll realize that that was just an earlier version. That stage where you are now had to happen in order for you to actually get to where you were going. So we choose the end result. We get into the emotion of what that identity feels like to be there. We create the tension structure. Where are you now? And step number 3, we're stepping into the emotion of the end result every day. See, we want to create these habits, and we want to create these positive seeds that actually drive us to creating the abundance for us. We don't want to plant seeds and habits of scarcity and then expect an abundance for us. We want to plant seeds and create these habits that are actually going to move you towards your true end result. So stepping into the emotion of the end result every day. And in my group, I'll show you 15-minute meditations to simply get into the emotion of the end result. This is all part of the supportive package. Beautiful nature. How amazing is it to be out here in nature? I just love it. I hope you can hear the birds in the background because they are just magnificent. So I want to move to step number 4. So we've chosen our end result. We know how that feels. We're stepping into creating that tension structure. Where are we now? We're stepping into the emotion of the end result every day, creating those habits, planting those seeds. And then step number 4 is unplug and recode. So what we want to do is actually, when we're creating this tension structure, when we're asking about what it is like to be in the end result, we ask, okay, well, what's in the way? What is in the way of actually me getting to where I want to go? And what is in the way, you'll find, is these current reality identity structures, these beliefs that keep us stuck. They're limiting beliefs that keep us stuck in our now reality. And we want to welcome them into the active experience. We want them to come up so that we can actually just let them go. We don't need to fix them. We don't need to heal them. We simply just let it go. And then we create this space to actually recode and bring down the information of what we do actually want to create. And when we recode, we tap into the superconscious, the genius, this field of information, and we actually change the instructions that we give ourselves so that we are actually working with and in flow with our true desires, as opposed to, bashing our head against a brick wall and not getting anywhere, just keeping stuck in this cycle. So, but we don't stop there. Step number 5, and it's the final step, and it's one of the most important steps to keep you moving, and that is taking aligned action. Aligned action is a super important part of the process to keep you moving, because we know what we want, we know how it feels, we've created the tension structure. Where are we now? We are stepping into the emotion of the end result and understand what's in our way. We're coding and unplugging and recoding that resistance, And then we must take aligned action. We have to move ourselves towards that end result. And after our unplugging and recoding, this aligned action seems so much more aligned and easier to do. You just feel like you're in flow. So this is the 5 steps to becoming a super conscious creator. I really hope that you can embrace this way of working, and if you want to know more or work with me, please comment below and let's get started. I'll give you some more information on how you can get in touch. Have a brilliant day, super conscious creators.